Okay, this may or may not be the last part of Sonic Unleashed. This is part 8. Like always, that's Sif and Blue.
What's up?
So, we gotta do Tornado Chase Act 2, and then it should be like straight into Eggmanland.
Alright.
I'm pretty sure the hub world does not unlock until you beat the game.
Sonic!
Let's go restore the last piece. No.
Yes, that is true. You won't get access to the Eggmanland hub world until you beat the game. And you can actually interact with the Eggmix once you get to that point.
Here we go! Transform!
A little bit of a Sonic Adventure vibe here.
Now this is called the Tornado 3.
The Tornado 3. Okay.
When did they even get the Tornado upgrade?
That's a good question. Because the last time we saw the tornado was in Sonic Heroes, right? And it was like in that intro where they just hop off the plane and then who knows where the tornado went after that.
Didn't he have it in Shadow too?
Oh yeah, that is correct. We do see it in Shadow, although we saw it crash down in that circus level.
Yeah, I think that was Tornado 2, right? The one that that was the one.
Yep, that was Tornado 2. So it must have been sometime between then and here he made Tornado 3. And you know, it's a nice design. Different color scheme.
Pretty much the 2 for red.
Yeah, this is basically the same color scheme as the alternate pick in the Sonic Adventure 2 Battle mech mode, shooting mode. Which in that game it granted him more speed. So I would assume that this Tornado 3 is much faster than its predecessors.
Kind of doesn't.
Oh, pause buffering.
Yeah.
Honestly, I don't really see any improvement at all.
Nah, it's just... It looks more rounded than the previous ones.
Yeah. I mean, let's just say, in terms of the whole Tornado Act, you know, this is coming from Sonic Adventure, right? Whereby Sonic Adventure was you can move the plane around, you can shoot with the reticle, you can even lock on. This one is just pretty much pressing your face button as it goes on through.
Yeah, it's like a quick time event in a sense.
Yeah. It just feels kind of like very stoic. Like, you know, you have your plane and just the center there, and that's it. Just allow the speed to be moving in. Like, I would have wished with, like, you have more control.
Yeah, that's true. Definitely lacking energy, like, in moving around. Because in Adventure 1, like, it really seemed like you were really up in the sky and fighting all these aircrafts approaching you.
Yeah.
You just can't get enough, huh? I think it's up to something. Be careful, Sonic.
I think it's up to something. Holdren. So in a sense, this is more of a test of your reflexes.
It is, yeah.
Like a rhythm game.
Does this cauldron have like a big laser beam coming soon?
I believe so, yeah, it looks like it is, because I see something charging there in the center.
Probably jump for no reason.
It's like, here, let me shoot. Let me allow you to shoot at the center of my ship. I mean, it does look like he's charging an attack when he opens the door.
It does, but no big laser beam.
Nah. Eggman's playing it pretty cool right now with Sonic. He's giving him a chance.
One thing we haven't brought up though is the whole, Sonic Adventure 3 book, because this is supposed to be another Sonic Adventure 3 game, right? That people always talk about. It's like, hey, you got your hub world, you got this whole adventure, you go around the whole world, you got a story and stuff like that. But on top of what, Sonic 6 was Sonic Adventure 3 as well, I don't know. I just feel as though it's like, at this point, it's just like everything was the Sonic Adventure 3 with the games.
So,
some people say it's Sonic Adventure because it's Sonic World Adventure.
yeah, I was going to mention that. But is it fair to say this is really Sonic Adventure 3? Because to me, this seems more like its own game.
Welcome to Eggmanland, the brainchild of my
I still say that title goes to 06. Because, it's an actual adventure-style game.
Yeah, there I would agree. Especially for the formula. Yep. I know some people would say Heroes is Sonic Adventure 3, story-wise, anyway.
This place is crazy.
But yeah, I agree, Jim. I would give it to 06.
But get a good shot.
Surprise?
Yeah, I don't know, because it is Sonic World Adventure, well, it's described, but at the same time though, it's just these elements that goes in together, like even with the story. And I don't know if I've ever brought this up in any of the parts and stuff, but like I think that the biggest climax of this game was actually the opening cutscene.
Way too much.
Oh yeah. We did mention that before, and how it pretty much
He must have built this
what's
place
the
on
word?
top of it.
Overshadowed the whole game.
Well,
Yeah,
we'll just
yeah.
have to tear it down.
Like when you just thinking about Super Sonic being in the final part as well.
Oh boy.
It's
Here
just
we
like,
go.
oh my god.
Here we
It's just
20-minute level.
Intro cutscene is just better.
Yeah. Like, more memorable than the actual final boss itself.
Yeah. I know they wanted to do the whole Sonic 3 and Knuckles thing, whereby Sonic was Super Sonic for the intro and then he got knocked by Knuckles and whatnot. But that was just a little thing though. That was just a little cutscene, but the way how they did it in this game, the cutscene is just so much.
It was so beautiful. Like that fall.
Yeah, exactly.
So
Typical Unleashed stuff. Yep.
Yep.
Typical Unleashed stuff. You know you're gonna just have some random death somewhere.
Oh, this stage.
Okay. So we're talking about this stage at Eggmanland, but is there any other stages from the series that you don't like from the lost levels that just aren't great? Like just before the final boss from the Sonic game.
Besides this one, I would have to give it to perhaps. It's a stage in Sonic Advance 1.
See, I got just look at it.
It's I forgot the name of it. I'll have to get back to you on it, but it's the stage after Neo Angel Island. I believe that's what it's called. After that one, it's like you go on Eggman's ship. That stage was quite annoying.
It's kind of like Death Exo in a way.
Yes, yeah. That's the only other Sonic level I could think of that I would say compares to this.
I feel like a lot of people would say End of the World in 06.
Nah, End of the World is easy. That's nothing.
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
End of the World, yeah. Okay, so about End of the Road, I will have this take on End of the World. End of the World is better than fighting Solaris in the end.
Oh yeah.
I think that's the last boss fight. I don't think it was anything that interesting, but End of the World had a good, decent concept to it.
Yeah, like Solaris fight, you can see what they're going for, but it didn't really work well. Because like you can just spam a shadow and beat it, even though you're supposed to like swap between the three. And there's no like good indication of when he swaps between times.
I thought that the whole concept was just like Sonic Heroes, like you have to choose which ones to fight first.
No, he swapped because he just blocks attacks eventually, and you have to swap to a character that he didn't block.
I feel like the way the Solaris boss fight should have went was more with how Shao the Hedgehog did it with Devil Doom.
Or been like Sonic Adventure 2.
Even that, yeah, I would have taken that over the final result. But yeah, in regard to End of the World, that whole thing was awesome because you pretty much just got to play as nearly every, well, not every Sonic character, but most Sonic characters in the game, and you saw their perspective.
Yeah, because it was kind of like a whole contributed effort.
Yeah.
To do so, just to bring back Sonic as well. And I just think the idea of just the whole place getting sucked apart and everything's just going crazy and the whole world is, I think it's interesting with the philosophy there. As for
captured the urgency of the story.
As for the boss, the Solaris window, from how it should have been done, I feel as though it could have been done whereby Sonic, Shadow, and Silver are trying to go to different dimensions. So one of them's going to be in the past, one of them's going to be in the present, and the future, because they say like, oh, Solaris is in every, different time zone. So they could have done so much more with just making it just a normal Sonic fight. It's like, oh yeah, we're here. We're beating this guy in this dimension, even though it's in all these other dimensions as well. Like, they could have done so much more of that fight.
Yeah, because the way it looked, it just looked all the same for all three hedgehogs, really.
Yeah.
With just some minor differences in how they use their abilities. Sonic would charge up, Shadow would throw Chaos Spear, and Silver would just throw, the meteors back at him. Speaking of Super Sonic fights, we are actually going to see one quite soon after this stage, and I want to ask you guys, what did you guys think of this Super Sonic fight in this game?
The actual Super Sonic part was fine. I didn't really, when I first played it, I did not like the Power Ranger Megazord moment.
Oh, with Chip?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think with Chip, it felt like a slowdown for me as well. Like, it seemed like a drag.
I think well, when I did the Super Sonic fight, it's just that you do it after Eggmanland, and I think Eggmanland was the cause of not having it being fun. Like, if we had something that was fun before Super Sonic, I think I would have had much more of a better appreciation for it, but it's just Eggmanland afterwards, and then you get the cutscene, and then you have to get into that fight there. So the build-up just wasn't there for me with the Super Sonic fight. The only thing I remember good about the Super Boss fight with Super Sonic is the music. So the music's good.
Oh yeah. S rank for the music, for sure. Actually, there's one boss I forgot to mention that's actually after Eggmanland, and that is Egg Dragoon.
Yeah.
And that's actually the first time we see that mech in this game, because that mech, we've actually seen it a couple more times in future Sonic titles. So we've seen Egg Dragoon in Generations, but you fight him as, you know, a modern Sonic. And then he does make an appearance back in Sonic Forces.
Yeah.
With Classic Sonic fighting him. But we'll see more on that once Jim completes this level. But a lot of what's... Oh yeah, sorry. Wait, you wanna
Yeah,
speak?
no, I'll just agree with it.
Oh, okay. I was just gonna say, a lot of what we're seeing here right now is actually quite repetitive with Eggmanland. You have to defeat a lot of Eggman robots, open up the lasers, and then turn on the switch in order to advance.
Yeah. I feel as though Eggmanland would have worked if there were stages like this before in Sonic Unleashed. So they've had this concept whereby you switch in between daytime Sonic and nighttime Sonic from this with the flick of the switch. I don't understand why it's only on this stage, whereby they could have easily built it up to be showing that mechanic in the other stages beforehand.
Yeah,
That's pretty cool.
yeah, it would have been cool and definitely give the game a different pacing.
Yeah. So that way, if it was done that way as well, and also people would be able to try to find different shortcuts, so you don't have to go into Warehouse Sonic as well by doing that. It's like if people, like if there's speedrunners out there or people that have explored all the levels really good, they could pretty much just do the whole level with just daytime Sonic and then just skip all the Warehouse stuff. If that was the case, and also Eggmanland should have done that as well, whereby I know that speedrunners have done that, whereby they can just skip everything from Warehouse and they can just go to the end with just daytime Sonic.
Yeah.
But that should be more present in this game though, is that, okay, you have the best of two playstyles and you can play it anytime you want. So if you don't like daytime Sonic, you got Warehouse the whole way. If you don't like Warehouse, you got daytime Sonic.
Yeah, that would have been an interesting shift in presenting two Sonics at the same time while you're playing.
Yeah. It's even with the whole Sonic Generations, whereby if you like Classic Sonic, you can play the whole game with Classic Sonic. If you like Modern Sonic, you can play the whole game with Modern Sonic. So I think during the story you have to go Modern Classic in that sense.
So, I think in Generations, you actually play more as Modern Sonic than Classic.
Yeah.
And
But it's still mandatory to play Classic Sonic to progress in the story.
it's not mandatory?
No, I'm saying it is mandatory.
Oh yeah, it is. Yeah, you have to play as Classic Sonic, whether you like it or not.
Yeah. Because, you know, Classic Sonic was the idea whereby, okay, this is supposed to be the whole 20 years of Sonic, and a big part of the 20 years of Sonic at the time was Classic Sonic. And then they had Modern Sonic talking about, okay, this is normal Sonic, but apparently the Sonic Adventure games aren't treated as like a big thing from the series, so they didn't create an Adventure Sonic.
Nah, it's like pretty much Adventure Sonic is the Modern Sonic. I mean, what they could have done also is just change up the gameplay, like for certain situations, and make it play like Adventure Sonic.
Oh, this section.
Yeah, so what I would have done if it was my idea for Sonic Generations on that sense is that have the classic stages like the classic Sonic, so you're in that timeline era just like classic Sonic. When it comes to the Sonic Adventure games, you play it as the Adventure Sonic, and then afterwards, when it comes to, you know, on these colors, you still have that modern gameplay style. So you have those gameplay styles as if you're actually going through time as a time era as a concept as well, rather than it's being like, okay, we're going to adopt the idea that we're going to pretend that Modern Sonic came out in 1998 as well, and then do it that way. So
Waste of time.
That's actually a solid idea. Would have made sense to do it that way.
yeah,
At least they were smart enough to give me control of this camera here in this section.
I feel like I fell a lot here.
I would say this is one of the hardest werewolves, I think.
Yeah.
I think it's just both hardest and for Werehog and Daytime Sonic, because Eggmanland just does not want you to use any part because they're just gonna fall off if you don't know the map design, and then Werehog is just a lot of this and then a lot of puzzle elements. You have to balance yourself so much.
Did you say there were puzzles here?
Yeah.
Oh, I completely forgot.
Well, I'm just saying puzzles as in like jump and grab this and
Oh,
make sure you wait for that. Yeah.
Okay, I see.
And flick the switch.
Yeah, it's always about flipping the switch, so that's why it gets a bit repetitive here.
Yeah. I've always wondered why the flipping of the switch for Werehog, it does take a while. Like you have to buy mash it and then flip it instead of just like one tap and then just flip the switch straight away. So it's trying to promote that only Werehog Sonic can actually switch it, not normal Sonic. That's what it sounds like when you have to flip it.
Yeah, which is kind of odd because Sonic himself in his base form could do it himself.
You probably have to spin dash on it.
Spin dash on it, yeah. He needs the speed for his strength.
Yeah, that's it. But yeah, using his hands as it is, yeah, he won't be able to do it.
Running shrimp thing, right?
Oh, yeah, I see what you're trying to do. Yeah.
Yeah.
Trying to get some airtime.
And then he just launches off there. That's not worth it.
By doing that, yeah, you would save a lot of time.
There's like the exits right there.
What you could do is also just keep jumping around. Yeah.
I hate this section. That's why.
So if you were able to pull off that trick, oh, that would have been cool if you didn't make it.
You know, speaking of other stages that is before the final boss, that I don't know if people like it or not. I have to bring Cannon's Cores into the question from Sonic Adventure 2. When I think about Sonic Adventure 2's Cannon Core, it's very missable. Like, story purposes is good for what it is, but just the gameplay itself, whereby you mix it between Eggman, Tails, Knuckles, and Rouge, and then, like, you know, what is it? Knuckles is based on the underwater stuff, because, oh yeah, he had aquatic mine at one point. And, you know, Rouge gets the better part of it. So it kind of sucks like that. And then also, the best character in the game you have is Sonic, and he has the worst part of Cannon's Core. It's done within 10 seconds. Like, you can speed right through it easily.
Yep. Yeah. Cannon's Core. Well, yeah. Perhaps my only complaint with that was just having to go back, like you said, to Aquatic Mine to get the air necklace for Knuckles, so you wouldn't have to worry about the time that you spent underwater, which was actually very annoying if you didn't have the air necklace. It is possible to complete Knuckles section without the air necklace, but
it is, yeah.
If you don't want the headache, yeah, go back to Aquatic Mine and just get the air necklace.
Yeah, it's just weird though, because you know, they showed more of the shooting and other characters' gameplay, and like they didn't really show up the speed of Knuckles and Rouge's stages, because they're really fast in that game. But they were doing more gliding and going underwater in that section. And then Tails and Eggman as well. Those stages as well is, you know, even worse than the normal stages, because you know, it's very hard to pick up some good Tails and Eggman stages because you're always clustered with lots of platforming rather than showing up the speed of the mechs. But yeah, it was a stage whereby one, to complete the story for me, and then two, to get 180 emeralds. But I would never ever play Cannon's Core just for the fun of it.
Unless you're a speedrunner and you want to get faster times, but other than that, yeah, that is not a stage I revisit either for the fun of it.
I feel like they're bringing this back in colors.
Oh, yeah, they brought this back in colors with I think it's that stage, Asteroid. No, not Asteroid. Actually, yeah, Asteroid Coaster is one of them, and the one with the spaceships, I forgot the name of it. It's like all colorful and vibrant.
Andrew Coaster?
No. There's Asteroid Coaster, which has stuff like this, but Starlight Carnival, that's what it's called. Yeah. They do the same thing here.
I could honestly see that the people that made Sonic Unleashed on one part was the same people that was making Sonic Colors as well anyway. So a lot of the ideas you can see that was in Sonic Unleashed also carried over.
The colors, yeah. That is for sure.
Yeah, because especially when you're looking at the section here, this feels so much like Colors right now. This whole thing. Except for that though.
Yeah, that part was... That's Unleashed.
Yeah, you'll never see this when Sonic Colors like here.
Yeah. That's actually pretty sick.
You got some nice camera angles.
Pause buffering for the win.
Yeah, have to in this second.
Yeah. Damn. Okay, I'm still impressed though that you did that. At least two of them.
But this is the first time they've ever done it, like a set of 3 they have to do in a row. They never done it in any of the stages beforehand. Like the other stages, they probably have a bit more buttons you have to press in one set, but never like one after one after one. That's why Eggmanland always confuses me.
Yeah, no, like they just catch you by surprise. Oh.
Yeah.
That'll be. Yep, there you go. Yeah, this section here definitely requires patience, taking your time.
Yeah, it does, yeah.
Whoa.
That wouldn't happen if you could stop on a dime, but that doesn't exist in this game.
No.
Maybe you still. Oh, I thought you could probably just stomp. Boom, boom.
XBLB. BYX. There you go. I do like with this game, when Sonic jumps, he's like glowing. Like a blue light.
Oh, fuck.
Oh, God.
I see the blue oil you're talking about.
Yeah.
Wait, wasn't that always a thing though in Sonic games with the blue aura?
Yeah, although this one here in particular is like the brightest I've seen.
Yeah, it looks like the stump carries on your momentum there.
So him stomping wouldn't really slow him down much, just a little bit. Yeah. Oh,
So basically, they turned this game. Well, that section at that point is that you're not supposed to stop. You're just supposed to just do something else, like a reaction cycle. Because yeah, Sonic Unleashed is based around reactions anyway. everything thrown at you as a reaction, how fast your reaction can be.
Yeah. Going downward.
I know that people used to always say that Sonic Unleashed mirrored the classic games for that because the classic games was built around reactions. Well, I disagree with that completely when it comes to reaction in classic games, like the Sonic 1, 2, 3, and Knuckles as well. I mean, yeah, in the beginning, you might hit some bumps and whatnot, but nowhere near the reaction cycle as how it is Unleashed. Based around it, like you can definitely take your time slower in the classics compared to this, and most of the fast moments in the classics, they're set pieces anyway, that it doesn't really require so much control of the character anyway around to it compared to Unleashed.
Yeah.
Unfortunately. But skip the warehouse section.
For a bit. Something's not right. Oh, there you go. So you got to lift.
Actually, this is the end of the level too. Just gotta get past all this.
It's pretty much, yeah, taking you to Egg Dragoon.
Yeah.
I think that's it.
But yeah, I think Unleashed was the only Boost gameplay that was like this, whereby it's just full-on reactions when you go throughout most of the game itself, and then they had to nerf the boost onwards, whereby you are boosting, you are feeling some sensation of speed one way or another, but you don't have to react to it.
Yes, it's all scripted. Yeah, I did notice that. I like in the last Let's Play you mentioned with Empire City, right? The drifting section. If you don't do it right, you'll fall off. But in Generations, you can drift no problem and you won't fall off.
Yeah,
because it's all scripted. Yep.
Yeah, it's way easy. And also, like, let's just say, the drifting and is it which is the one? Is it what's the one for Sonic Adventure that they did for Sonic Generations? Speed Highway.
Speed Highway.
On the morning stage. So there's a lot of like turns and whatnot. You have to use drift, right? Even if you fail to use a drift on those sections, you can just bounce off the barriers anyway. You don't die off.
Yeah, you bounce off the barriers and you'll still be going at a decent speed anyway. I can say the same with Planet Wisp Act 2, right before the 2D section. You're drifting, and actually, you're supposed to drift, but you don't even have to. You just boost.
Yeah. So it's giving you like other options to do rather than just like hold the drift around to it.
Yeah. So they definitely made it more easier in Generations. Now, I would say they made it even foolproof for Sonic Forces.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. To a point where you don't even drift anymore in Sonic Forces.
Yeah, I feel as though like the free stuff in Sonic Forces is just run forward and that's it. Maybe home attack a bit, but that's about it.
Yeah, a little homing attack here and there, run forward, put some boost in there, and you're good.
Yeah.
And it's like as every Sonic game came, it got easier.
Yeah.
With the exception of Lost World, because that was the only time it wasn't a boost game.
Yeah, which was interesting as well, that they removed the boost factor from that game, and they decided to go with a new mechanic because you had a run button, and if you don't run itself with that run button to that full speed, because I honestly think that the run button is like the boost in a way, because you are pressing the button to go to it, but at the same time though, that run button you had more control, I would say. But the only issue was though is that the level design was good from the very first stage, but it never replicated it with the other stages. Like the other stages just felt like a colored stage, really, whereby it was just mainly 2D.
I agree with that. Yeah. I would say the 2D sections in Forces were better than the 3D sections.
Yeah.
And they did remind me of Colors.
Yeah. Because yeah, they was able to put all the ideas with these games into the 2D because okay, we can do some speed, we can do some platforming, we can do some tricks and whatnot. But then every time you look at these 3D sections of these games, it was just like okay, you're running a straightforward line. Perhaps maybe you might have to sidestep at times, but that's about it.
Yeah. Ooh, this section looks... Oh yeah, go ahead.
I was gonna say that these monsters right now, these enemies look like Risk.
A bit, yeah. I actually was going to comment on how fighting these monsters, it looks a bit tedious.
Oh yeah.
They look like the Dark Wisps, the purple ones.
Yeah, yeah. So, I feel as though that they were looking into this game and be like, okay, we're definitely moving the well, but there's probably some fun stuff we can keep around the colors, like these little adorable creatures, and then just change them into Risk instead.
Yeah, that's the one thing they kept.
That, and then also we've seen some parts of Eggmanland where like, it definitely looks like colors to me as well, level design.
You know something? Besides elements from the game itself, the Eggman theme that we hear in this game, we actually hear it often in Sonic Colors.
What the hell?
Yeah.
Actually, I think that Eggman theme came from 06. It started in 06, but it's been carrying on to this game and then to Colors. And I'm not sure if Generations did it. Maybe they did.
Probably, yeah.
But it's like, it just makes me realize that Sega didn't make a unique theme for Eggman after 06.
On top of the theme, now that you mention it, that have the same theme like that, I honestly think this is going to be a hot take. I think that Eggman was first Goofy, not in Colors first, but in this game.
Agreed. Yeah, actually, I wouldn't even, like, would it be called a hot take at that point?
Because, you know, everyone complains about the scripting and Colors and be like, yeah, this was the first game that didn't have, like, the serious tone. But no, this was the game, actually.
Yeah, because there was that scene where, like, oh yeah, I just like a good challenge. Like,
Yeah.
like,
Yes.
yeah. You let Sonic take the emeralds. Yeah, way to go, buddy.
Yeah, exactly. That's it. Yeah. But it's so prominent in Colors because it's easy to see the lines around it. Because, you know, if someone says Bodie McNose here instead of the whole challenge thing, I think people would just run off with the Bodie McNose here thing instead.
Oh yeah, because that was a very, like, I guess, childish comment that you can't really, like, ignore. It's so noticeable.
Yeah.
But whereas Eggman just saying, I like a good challenge, you know, it's, I mean, not as noticeable, but you can definitely see that he was being a goof. Right.
Absolutely.
There.
Yeah.
Give me an unleash. Means there's a boss at the end, right? Yep.
Big monster.
Yeah. Oh!
That monster's got a good forearm game.
It is, yeah.
Yeah. I want to know that workout plan.
I don't know if all the bosses you fight with the Red Hulk like this guy is all the same type of design, or did they change it?
Same design. The only thing I've noticed is the wizard. It looks different. It's green now.
Oh, so they changed the color.
Yeah, because the wizards I've seen before, they were all just purple. Perhaps to indicate that this wizard is much stronger. Oh yeah, he's electrocuting Sonic, so...
Yeah, I always thought that the wizards came first from Sonic Heroes. They're just like, hey, let's just get the Sonic Heroes wizards back in this game.
Right? Yeah, they probably are the same wizards. I'm not sure. They look the same.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Late hitbox detection.
Why not you drill into them? I know Sonic has a move with the warehouse form. Oh, gotta watch for that.
Oh, I hate the camera work in this game so much.
Oh, you're losing your health. Oh, I saw, yeah, there you go. D. A.
Oh, that's very quick.
There you go. Now. Okay, so you got the door open, and you got these guys left. But I guess they're optional, so you don't need to worry about them. Another switch to open another door.
Hopefully. Oh my god.
There's two of them now. Okay.
Two now, right.
At least you recovered your health.
Oh man, this is
Those
just
are nice if they
reminding me
actually
of
for
like,
each other.
What does it remind you of?
this reminds me of like a Legend of Zelda challenge. Like in Twilight Princess, you have to fight all the different monsters in the game. You have to go through waves and waves and waves. Like at first you think like, oh yeah, you just defeated the hardest guy, but now you have to fight two of them now in the next room.
Yeah, that's... It's like... Man, I just defeated the big guy, now two more of them, yeah.
I can't even remember this as well. Like I've only probably played and completed Eggmanland once because I think that was just my test limit that I was never gonna jump into this game again to complete it the second time. But now I understand why now. It's coming back to me.
Yeah, you know, now that I think about it, I've never visited Eggmanland again after the one time I did it.
Yeah. I mean, I replayed stages, you know, after finishing the game. Like the daytime stages, like all the first few stages.
Yeah.
But it's just never Eggmanland because of stuff like this.
Yeah. Oh. There you go. One more big guy.
You on this setup.
Shockwave.
I don't have the... There it is. That's the
Yeah,
good
that
one.
attack. Yeah, that attack will come handy against this guy.
But does it do much damage though?
It's chipping him off. Oh, there
yeah.
you go. Hey. X. Y and Z. And now you know the ABCs. Next time, won't you sing with me? Yeah.
Got all my extra points. Thank you.
It's like the last time the way I'm gonna be using the story now.
Yep, never to be seen again. Although we do see him in Little Big Planet as DLC.
Oh no.
Alright, well,
Yeah.
might as well stop here and let the back-to-back boss fights be together.
Okay.